Clair Morley. I am so delighted to have this conversation with you today. You are quickly becoming one of my favorite people, even though we've not known one another very long. But because you are such an exceptional human being, I'm just feeling honored to know you and delighted that you said yes when I asked if you would be willing for me to interview you to share this conversation in the Imagine newsletter. And thank you, thank you, thank you for saying yes. I just really, really appreciate that. I'm going to, everybody, Claire's just amazing. So I think you will hear that as we have this conversation together today. So I'm going to hop in first in saying who you are, that you are the founder and co-owner of Aline Health Spa in Arizona, and that your background is as a massage therapist, right?
That's correct, yes.
So that's where I want to jump in right there. Claire, please share, how did you go from being a massage therapist and tell us how many years it was to opening your own business, Aline Health Spa? Please tell us how you did that and why you did it.
I'd love to share that inner process with you. And it goes before me becoming a massage therapist. That was one of the stepping stones to get to where I am at this time and space right now, for sure. So I guess it all started when I had my 4 children. I was very blessed to have 4 children and be a stay-at-home mom. When I had my 4th child shortly thereafter, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. So I was not feeling very good. And I had 4 young children, 5 years and younger. So I, went to the doctor, got on the medicines and the protocol, but became passionate about, my nutrition and finding my way. What can I do on my own while I'm not at the doctor's? I spent years getting on more and more medications, layers of medications, to only feel actually worse, and began again having this passion. And my children were very instrumental in my growth and in learning from them along the way. And so I would learn, and so I learned a lot of holistic modalities, and it started with essential oils, reflexology, nutrition and exercise, meditation, yoga. And these were all these things I could do while I was raising my children. And then I really reached this brick wall, I call it. I was even on methotrexate, which is a low dose chemotherapy pill, and I was not feeling any better. So in conversation with my rheumatologist, we talked about making another change, which was leaving the Northeast, where the weather was really harsh, no sunshine, very, very cold, to moving to an environment like Arizona. So that's a big deal. So I had to really, really study that. And at this point, my kids were getting older, 2 were off to college, the other were in high school. So their needs, weren't the same as they were when they were babies, So I was also in a transition space in my life where, I have all these great skills that I've learned over the years, and I want to share these things that are making me feel good, and stepping away from all these pills and things. Sometimes you need to take them, but there's things you can do in between, right? And so I guess with the oils, the essential oils, somebody had guided me to write on a piece of paper to manifest your goals, to make your dreams happen. And somebody had guided me to write down, if money and time were no object, kids, nothing were any object, write down everything. And I struggled with that for a bit. And then it was a life coach who said, if you don't know what your passion is, maybe look on your bookshelf. And mine was all holistic health. It wasn't hard for me. That's what I study at night. That's what I watch on TV. That's my fun thing. So I knew that was a big passion of mine. So I started writing about wanting to open up a wellness facility and what it would look like, that you could come there for one experience or many experiences. And it even had equine therapy, because that's something I'm very passionate about. So I mean, I wrote everything I possibly could into this.
Wow.
And I never forgot about it. I wrote it, and I didn't know that it was going to actually be possible. But then I was going through a life change I was married for 22 years, and I was just growing and again wanting to come out into the warmer climate here. And he didn't want to do that. And that's okay. So we decided to part ways. And on my growth here, I became a caregiver. And then I found my way into massage school. And it was mandatory journal writing was one of our things. We had to write every single night for 20 minutes. And I can't say it enough that writing can manifest your dreams. It makes things happen. It's incremental. It doesn't happen overnight. It is an absolute process. But it's so helpful to go within. And it's, I sometimes look back at some of my journals and I'm wowed by like, wow, this is happening now. And maybe I just made a list of things to do. But over time, and things came to fruition. I didn't sit and wait for things to, write things down and just sit there. I did some work along the way, Googling constantly, and I'm so basic. I would Google, how do I stop overthinking, so it would lead me to meditation. So then I can get some clarity. I have to say that Nike and Steve Jobs were very instrumental to me. And that is because Steve Jobs said, find your passion. And Nike said, just do it. And somehow I kept seeing those two phrases. And, it gave me that motivation. And in the conquest to learn more about my health and understand what doctors were telling me. And that's how I ended up finding my way to massage school. I, as a recipient of massage, I learned how, like, somebody gave me a gift certificate one time and I thought, well, I don't have time for that. And I was like, well, they gave me a gift certificate. I'm going to go do that. And I couldn't believe how that carried me for weeks on end. I had energy. I was relaxed. It was just what I needed. And maybe it was because I had 4 kids touching me. And at this point, someone was touching me like really tenderly, I don't know, but it awakens something in you. It gets to know you on the inside, part of that meditative journaling, letting go of thoughts. So, as I was a caregiver up north, that's when my clients were saying, girl, you're massaging us all the time. Would you just go to massage school? So I found an awareness-based program massage school up in Sedona, which was amazing. Like I said, one of the parts of the program was we had to journal every day for 20 minutes. And then we had other writing prompts. We did functional movement every day, in addition to learning the art of massage. So
Claire, I want to jump in. You have shared some really, really important things here. One, you've talked about how the challenges, the adversities, the pains, the sufferings, etc., that we experience in our lives can be transformed in ways that is not only about our own healing, but it can be the inside look into something that will facilitate healing for lots of other people in the world. It's what I call the manure effect, when you take the caca of life use it as fertilizer, and it yields something huge and great. And so you've done that. So that's one thing. You also talked about the power of finding what your passion is. And some of us know it, others of us don't know. And we might need to look on our own bookshelves, or we might need to start listening to the conversations that we tend to have with people, and then writing the stuff down, how it facilitates manifesting, not just thinking it, not even just speaking it, but also writing it down. And that was something I was hearing from you was so powerful. And then the journaling, how that continued that experience of writing, and how that led to manifesting. So here's my question. So thank you for those powerful things. Here's my question. Were there any beliefs or narratives you had about business ownership, or about branching out into something that you had not known or had not experienced before? Any beliefs, narratives that you had to break through in order for you to open Aline Health?
Absolutely. I had a lot of negative self-talk there, that I wasn't good enough, that I can't do it, I will fail. I had a lot of negativity, that it's a man's world. I had a lot of negativity I had to overcome, and I had to, at the end of the day, make a choice, see where I was at that moment. And did I want to continue working where I was, or did I want to take this leap of faith? And if I stayed where I was before, I projected out 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, would I have regret? Versus if I took this huge leap of faith and put my heart and soul into this business, and if 5-10 years I fail, would I have regret? And I chose Aline Health. I chose to take that leap of faith because I think I would have more regret being complacent, because I would feel that in my body.
Yes. Thank you about how you used the idea of regret, not pushing it away, but being really honest. I might have regret this way or this other way, but if I do have regret, which would eat at my soul more?
Yeah.
And you've done this amazing thing. How has your spirit connection helped facilitate you doing this work and pushing beyond the negative self-talk?
I love that question. I love that question, because it's just that connecting with your spirit and listening to her or him, and she supports me 110% on this journey. And we have good days and we have some bad days in this human experience that I'm having. But the key was to listen to my spirit, and know that it was going to be a journey. It's not always rainbows and butterflies. But at the end of the day, to find that connection and hear that voice, and trust that what you're doing next is the right thing, because you've connected to that.
Trust what you're doing next is the right thing. Now, Aline Health has been open less than a year. Is it 9 months, 10 months, something like that?
Yeah, April 15th will be a year. So we're almost at the year.
Oh, awesome. I look forward to celebrating with you. What is as you talk about moving step by step with this and trusting each step is the right next one, what is your vision for what Aline Health will be able to offer? And talk about the services that you provide now, and your vision of how that moves forward in the next few years, or 5 years, since you were mapping out 5-year intervals.
So, we offer functional holistic health services. We start with a biofeedback, which is something that uses your own pulse response to work with your own electromagnetic frequencies in your body, kind of charging you back up like your cell phone. We have massage, we have an infrared sauna, we have our muscle building or body sculpting, laser lipo, fat reduction, and muscle building machines. We have yoga nidra with sound therapy. We have aromatherapy. We are so blessed to have you. We had our first engagement with you on Monday night, which was so beautiful. I love our workshops. We have Rachel, who does another workshop called Healing Strong, the 12 Steps to Health and Wellness, juicing and smoothie making. So we have workshops and services and some products to support the services as well.
And so what's your vision for what clients coming to Aline Health Spa might experience in their own lives? What's your hope, your vision for that?
We're looking to take them where they are. The people who come there, they want health and wellness, whether it's an adjunct to their medical doctor, or they don't use a medical doctor and they just want to, handle things holistically. We want to be there and partner up wherever they are. We've had some people come in and you do as many as 7 services in one day, or just
Wow.
one 15-minute service. So that's what I love. We're not putting you in a box. We want you to come in as you. We want to see you where you are and do what's next with you. And each day, each week, that could be a very different story. Or we might see you in a month, no pressure. I'd love to see us grow beyond Mountain Hills, more in the Valley. It was thought of to have 10 stores in 10 years, but I'm not limited to Arizona. Dallas is calling to me, New York is calling to me. But it's all about, when the practitioners like you with the heart and soul to share, that's as it grows. It's each growth has the heart and soul attached to it, is very important to us.
Awesome. And so for those of you who are not in Arizona and who don't know what the Valley is, that's the Phoenix area, Maricopa County. Many of you have heard of Maricopa County because it's been in the news a lot in the last few years for some political reasons. But this valley is one of the most beautiful regions in the country, and I think made even better by having not just Aline Health as the business that it is, but the energetic flow that Aline Health enables for folks who come and who receive those services, whether it's 1 in a day or 7 in a day. It really shifts the energetic vibration. It raises it up for each person. As you talked about your own experience of massage so many years ago, that you said, oh my goodness. And you felt the impact of that for weeks, as you said. And so I encourage all of you who are listening to this, if you live in the Arizona area, stop by. You'll see the information about the website for Aline Health Spa, and stop by. If you're not in this area, please, whatever you do, be sure to engage in the kinds of things that raise your vibrational level, because it impacts not only you, but all of us. And please keep in mind the things that Claire has shared today about her journey. She went from a place of not feeling well to a place of being a facilitator for the wellness, the wholeness of lots of other people. And so whatever might be going on in your life, please know you too have the opportunity to use some of the caca that you might be experiencing as fertilizer and have incredible yield in your life and in the lives of so many other people. So write down visions, dreams that you have, write them down. What you can achieve, I believe, will astound you. And it's never too late. This is your old girl saying that. Never too late. Thank you so much, Claire, for being with us today. And look forward to having more conversations with you. And if anyone wants to connect directly with Claire, if there's more you want to hear about her own story, because there's something from her story that's really, really speaking to your heart, please contact me, let me know, and we will help that connection happen. Thank you and blessings to each of you for listening to this important conversation. Again, Aline Health and Wellness Spa in Fountain Hills, Arizona. Peace.
Thank you.